What to do on a cool rainy day in South Carolina? How about a sketchbook tour? Today I'll be looking at my landscape sketchbook where I painted all sorts of scapes, what went well and what didn't. My first painting is actually a cityscape of Amsterdam in the snow. It's arguably my favorite painting in the sketchbook. Could be the red hat. Then the next, three or four, were scenes that I found on Pixabay or Pinterest. I think in all of them I achieved some pretty good composition, good range of values, and decent use of watercolor techniques. What do you think? This next was a cabin in the woods, just from my own imaginings, and then a couple of sailboats on a calm lake. Now here, I did a demo on this, but I didn't think it was very successful. It lacks good value contrast, making it hard to distinguish between the flowers in the foreground and the grasses. So I turned it into a black and white painting, and if you look at that, you can see the lack of contrast. And that's something that you can do if you want to check your own painting for contrast. Look at it in black and white. Well, this was just an English town in the Lake District. And then a couple of landscapes from an online photo reference group. This one went well. I enjoyed painting the surfer. And this one was okay until I started painting that black cloud in the background. It ended up looking more like a mountain, which was sort of strange. This is a desert landscape from the reference group. And then a gouache painting of some mushrooms on the forest floor. Again, I think that the mushrooms could have used maybe a little more contrast. This was a lake done in watercolor pens. And some grasses where I used fanned out a round brush and made those grasses. I thought that was successful. A beach scene from a photo taken by a friend. And then a tree done entirely with wet into wet techniques. A very oversaturated beach scene somewhere in Florida. And these were really interesting. I used charcoal pencils and I filled in the images. And then I went back with a wet brush to blend. I love the texture that it created. I love the texture in the crane, and I really like the texture in these trees as well. Now, the next two are of lone trees, one in the winter and one in summer. And then the next two were just from my imagination. I think I did a demo on the second one. Yes, I did. Then another gouache painting, a bit oversaturated. Some very graceful herons flying in a pink sunrise. And this was quite detailed. I really took my time with this painting, as I did with the next one, which is Rocks in the Desert, and I thought that turned out really well. These last two, I drew four different sketches and then chose the bottom left one to make this scene. And that's the entire sketchbook, folks. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'll leave you with my favorite in the sketchbook. Can't explain why, I just really like that painting. And I hope that you will remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day.